What's up guys, welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are all having a great week so far. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd, about 2 p.m. in the afternoon right now. I decided to grab the camera and film a video for you guys on a deal that I came across this weekend, I believe. I want to analyze this entire deal for you guys. It was a potential fix and flip and obviously a sell. This wasn't going to be something I was going to hold on to. This was just going to be strictly for profit. But I wanted to break down the numbers for you guys, explain you guys the potential that I saw in this property, and then kind of just walk you guys through some pictures here. So this would have been by far the biggest rehab that I would have ever taken on. So when I first saw this property, a little bit of backstory on it, I actually immediately called the agent because I found it on Zillow within about 15 minutes of it being uploaded onto the site. And I saw the deal before I even ran comps. I knew that it was going to be a pretty good deal just because of what it was priced at. It was well below any sort of market value in this neighborhood. I think it was priced in the mid 100,000s, which is crazy for the Phoenix area for the amount of square footage it was. So I called the agent and I asked him if he would be able to represent not only the seller, he's obviously has the listing, his client is the one that's selling the property, but I asked him if he would want to represent and if his client would be okay with representing the buyer side as well, which would have been me. I did this, and this is called dual agency, by the way. It is legal, at least in Arizona. I do think some states it's actually illegal to be a dual agent. You can't represent the buyer and the seller in the same transaction because as a real estate agent, you're supposed to be giving fairness, honesty, loyalty to a client, and if you represent both sides of the deal, it's very hard ethically to find a sweet spot with that. But there is some upsides to having him represent me. One of the upsides was he actually immediately sent me pictures of not only the outside of the property but the entire property, very in-depth pictures. These pictures weren't actually on Zillow, so I had some inside information that a lot of these buyers didn't see yet. So now that's out of the way, we're gonna jump right in the computer screen, guys. I didn't end up taking this deal, not because I didn't think it was a fair deal. I think we could have locked this property up for a great deal and made a decent profit on it. But once you guys see these pictures, the renovations were a little bit more than what I wanted to take on as an inexperienced flipper. I wanted something that's a little bit more moderate, a little bit more conservative in terms of fixing it. This property was extremely old, and I did think it needed upwards of about $50,000 in renovations, so it was just a little bit more than I wanted to take on, but I'm super excited to see when this property goes up for sale in a couple months, who locked it in, what they did with the property, and how much they're putting it on the market for. This was the deal you guys are seeing right here. It was listed for $155,000. Now I can tell you right away that's not what the property sold for because I actually made an offer on the property at $155,000, and my agent and the seller's agent came back and said they actually had offers above what I asked. So unfortunately, that's where I stopped looking for this deal. I do think there's profit anywhere for up to $170,000. I think someone can purchase this property for, even $175,000 and still make good profit. I'm not gonna run comps on this video for you guys because I want to keep it fairly short, but you guys have to trust me. Comps in this neighborhood were anywhere from $240,000 to $255,000. So if you look at the sell price, I'm guessing someone probably locked it up for about $165,000. I think that's actually what it was locked up for, because I actually had one of my friends put an offer on the property as well, and he put an offer at $170,000, but they said they already had taken an offer at $165,000. So now that I remember, this property sold for $165,000, and I think it will go for minimal $240,000. That's about a $75,000 potential room for profit. Obviously, once you guys see more of these pictures, you guys will realize that this needed a lot of work. Now, all these pictures right here, this one right here, pretty much all the pictures that you guys are seeing right here weren't actually on the listing. These are actually all the pictures that I got immediately, but they weren't actually uploaded for a couple more hours at least until I saw them. So the one picture that I saw was this picture, and this was the only picture on Zillow at the time. So all the other investors that were looking at it only saw this one picture right here, and he did confirm with me, even on the MLS or the multiple listing service, that there's only that image right here. So when I contacted him, he immediately asked me for my phone number and my email. He's gonna send me over some pictures, and this is the folder that he sent me over. So we're gonna start in the kitchen right here. Obviously, all new appliances, I believe probably even new cabinets, obviously new paint. So right there, I think the kitchen would probably need about, I don't know, like $10,000 at least in work, $10,000 to $12,000 alone in that. Granted, you're not even seeing behind any of the walls or anything like that. This doesn't need a whole lot of work. Obviously, it needs updating, it needs new flooring. Throughout the whole house, there needs to be new flooring, new paint, new doors. I think the windows are new. He did mention the windows are dual pane windows that were relatively new. So the windows actually didn't need to be replaced, which would save you probably about $3,000, I'm guessing, depending on how many windows are at the house. I actually had to replace my windows at one of my properties, and I believe it cost me about $3,000 for that, so I'm just comparing that. The bedrooms look fine. The bathrooms definitely need work. Like I said, new flooring throughout, so the toilet looks new, but you'd probably replace that. It's only a new toilet. It's probably about $100, $150. The bathtub, I don't know what the heck's going on with the bathtub here. This would definitely need to be replaced. It looks a lot worse than it actually is. Replacing a whole bathtub, replacing the tiles and all that kind of stuff isn't that expensive. Obviously, installation and all that will add up. You would most likely probably get a new vanity. You could, if you did want to kind of just put some lipstick on this, you probably could paint over those tiles. I forgot what they call it, but they put some epoxy over the tiles and it looks actually really, really nice. You'd probably paint the cabinets, get new handles on there if you wanted to be really cheap, or just get a whole new vanity. If you're trying to get top dollar for it, you'd probably just get a whole new vanity in there. Now, I don't know why. There's some pictures in here of like cabinets and stuff. I don't know why they took pictures of the cabinets, but I guess he's just trying to make sure he doesn't miss anything. This looks really bad, but you pay someone like a couple $100s and you get a dumpster outside. They can probably clean this up within a couple hours here. It's just a lot of trash that needs to be moved out. A little bit of updating, paint obviously. Same thing with this. Need new flooring, new closets. Pretty much every single piece of hardware and every single door probably will need to be replaced. I don't know, it looks like he was maybe testing something on the walls here. I have no idea what that is. It's pretty interesting. Looks like a project he didn't finish. Another bathroom. This would need to be fully gutted as well. Definitely a new vanity. This one just needs to be replaced. You can get a new vanity, I believe, something like this for a couple $100s at Home Depot, and it looks beautiful. You even get the countertop with, some of them you come with the countertop. Some of them you have to pay extra for the countertops as well. I actually did replace the vanity at one of my flips. Now this is an addition. There is a 400 square foot permitted addition that I looked up on the county records. This is the actual addition. It looks like to be just an extra room on here. Looks like it was almost like an office, definitely an office here. This just needs to be gutted. Now the backyard, probably a lot of work. This would probably take a couple days or maybe a day if you get a couple people to remove all this trash. You might even be able to find something that's actually worth it. The backyard fence, I don't know if someone would replace this fence as a flip. You might want to replace it, get like a brick wall or something, but I would assume that whoever flips this is probably just going to keep this fence if it's in decent condition. It looks like it was replaced within the last 10-15 years maybe. They do have brick walls on the side of their house, but not on the back end. You guys can see this is the addition right here that I was talking about. It's clearly an addition. The siding is a completely different siding. The roof, he said, was replaced within the last couple years, even though it kind of looks like it wasn't. Maybe it's just from this picture. He also said the AC unit was replaced, but that looks like that needs to go. I don't even know what that thing is. It doesn't look like it was replaced like he said. Look at a little fence repair right there. And then a water heater, just get a new water heater. Furnace, it looks like. So yeah, this is like all the stuff that I saw. I was like, I don't know if I can take this on. You got some like rotting in the roof right here, which I don't even know if that's structural or not. So this is like pretty much all the pictures that I saw, guys. There's 30. Let's go through a few more of these, just cruise through them real quick so we don't miss anything. A lot of these are repetitive on here, but I do want to make sure I show all you guys that. This right here too, you guys see that staining on the wall right here? Let me see if I can zoom in. All this, it looks like it's a little bit of water. So something looks like it was potentially leaking. I believe it's probably this pipe right here that leaked all over, so that would obviously need to be fixed, whatever that is. You can't even really tell based on these pictures right here. Another picture of the old water heater. And that's it. My guess on these renovations were this was probably right around $50,000 in renovations to be safe. If you lock it up at $165,000, you're all in at $215,000. $50,000 is just a very safe bet. I do believe someone can probably get this done for maybe $35,000, $40,000 with a little bit of experience if they know what they're doing. So even if you're all in at $210,000, you sell it for $240,000 after the commissions and everything, you're still looking at about a $15,000 to $20,000 profit. If you do the renovations for less, you're looking at $25,000 to $30,000 in profit. So this will be a very fun project for an experienced flipper for sure. But that's it, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. I just wanted to analyze a quick property for you guys. Let me know if you guys have any video suggestions, like I said earlier in the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to drop a like, and I'll keep you guys updated on the on my third rental as well. If you guys want me to make another video on that, comment down below.